Good Sunday morning to everybody in the YTPC.
Yeah, morning.
Beowulf and Miss Kathy over here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I know we kind of wore out from yesterday. Uh, Went to the pipe show yesterday over at Salem Springs. Well, first off, get a little housekeeping done. I'm smoking some Nutty Irishman and a Rat Trace Ben Apple. So, kind of like that Nutty Irishman. It's pretty good. But anyway, get back to the pipe show. We got over there and we was having a good time, except for one thing.
Yeah, once the entertainment started, nobody could do anything.
So we couldn't get any filming done. And if we had was able to do any filming, YouTube would have probably knocked it off the air because the music was so loud that you couldn't hear anybody talking. When you talk to somebody, you had to get right up on them and just practically scream at them so they could understand what you were saying, and they had to scream back at you so you could hear what they were saying. So other than the music being so cut and picking loud, overall the pipe show was really good. Picked up a few things. I was able to find some of those Kathy cigars that Bass Piper had talked about. And so I picked up several different types of the Kathy cigars. So I'm looking forward to giving them a try. I'd go ahead and show them now, but we put them in the humidor as soon
They're
as we got
already,
home.
yeah.
As soon as we got home yesterday, because they've been sitting out in the hot sun all day yesterday. So we put them in that to let them get acclimated back. But I'm definitely going to be trying them out.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Bass Piper for recommending those. I hope they're as good as he says they are. If they are, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy every one of them.
Well, actually, we tried one of them, but we couldn't just sit back and enjoy it like we wanted to because of all the commotion around us.
Yeah.
Although the flavor was very good.
Very good. Of course, it'd been a lot better, like I said, if we could have just been in more of a relaxing atmosphere. Boy,
yeah, that makes a big difference.
There's a mouthful for a country boy. I'm guaranteeing you on that one.
We did meet lots of very interesting people.
When
we could be far enough away from the music that we could talk and understand each other.
Actually hear one another. But yeah, that music was so loud. That was the only bad thing about the whole pipe show.
And it seemed like the longer he went, the louder he got.
So I know the owner of the store pretty good, and so I'll probably get in touch with him later on and tell him, we really enjoyed it and everything, but the entertainment part really could have done without. I mean, it'd been all right if he would have had it toned down enough to where you could understand it.
Yeah, it was just background.
Yeah. But it was cotton picking loud. He didn't even sound good. It was so loud. But anyway, we did pick up a few things there at the pipe show, and I just want to apologize for not being able to film it or show it like we said we would. But, things gets in the way, and you just got to improvise on what you can do.
Yep.
And that's all we could do. But other than picking up some pipe tobacco and some cigars, I wasn't really planning on picking up a pipe. But
now you already running out of room for what you got.
Yeah, but there's this one pipe that kind of caught my eye, and I just couldn't pass it up. And I got them from a couple of old boys they call the Grumpy.
Two grumpy old vets.
Yeah, two grumpy old vets.
Is what they named their little business.
They're from my home area. They're from up around the Hardy, Arkansas area, and it was really enjoyment to sit and talk to them and finding out what all has been changed around the home area and everything. And so we enjoyed that part. But This pipe I bought is Italian, isn't it?
Yeah,
Italian pipe made by a
the Perinelli
Perinelli.
company.
This is the bag, and but I'm going to show you this pipe. Why it caught my interest. The way the stem is made on it. I fell in love with the way the stem is made. I've never seen a stem made quite like it. But here it comes. There she is. So let me get some paper up here and I'll hold it up closer. It's kind of a small calabash. And it's sandblasted. Nice, fairly decent sized bowl on it. But what caught my fancy was the way he did the
Blending the wood and the ebonite on that stem.
on the stem there. This is real wood right here. And this is the ebonite. The way he carved that around and blended that in. I tell you what, that is one good looking pipe. Try to hold this piece of paper up in front of it. But as you can see all the way around, and even down the sides, then the back.
Beautiful wood grain.
Gorgeous wood grain. And autographed by him. They use the best briar that they have for their in Italy.
Yeah.
They're in Italy. Let me put that pipe down. I can't hardly talk with a pipe in my mouth. That Italy has to offer. And one thing, this bowl does pop off like a regular calabash, as you can see. Nice, good little sized bowl. And it don't have corking around the rim of it, like right around here. It's got a O-ring that fastens onto it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it just fits good and tight and snug, and it's all handmade. He made it himself, and it's signed and signature by himself, and it was a brand new pipe, and I got it kind of as a steal. It was around about $100.
Yeah, they cut you a good deal on it.
Yeah, he cut me a good deal, cause we was homeboys, and he said it was nice to be able to travel out and run into somebody from back home, but we had a good time together. But yeah, that was the one pipe that I couldn't pass up. I've got one regular calabash pipe, and but I've never had a small, solid wooden one. And this is made by the best briar that Italy has to offer, the pipe makers over there. So it's a gorgeous.
Yeah, we came back and looked them up, and apparently they have a pretty good reputation over there.
Yeah. But I thought it'd look awfully nice in my showcase, and it does. But also, we met Ron Hardcracker, which everybody knows Ron. Him and his wife come over, and we had a good visit
for a while.
and found out a few things about old Ron that didn't quite know, except that he was just one of the YPC members. And but we got to talking and everything, so I'm gonna let Kathy take it over from here because this is more her line of work.
Well, you probably have all seen or heard Ron talk about. He has been into reenactments for the Civil War. And, I enjoy going and seeing some of the reenactments and like that. Well, a while back, one of the organizations that he's been around decided to get together and pool recipes from the descendants of the different ones in the Civil War, because it's a family favorites from the Sons of the Confederates.
That's
He got a big old, huge cookbook, and I haven't had time to go through all of it, but there's quite a few in here. But the thing is, Ron was one of the contributors. He sent in a recipe that, family, friends, and like that had shared with him. And he sent it in, and they actually chose to print it in the book. But what was interesting, as part of not just printing the recipe in the book, they gave a little bit of Ron's history and how he is, quote unquote, a son of the Confederacy. He participates with the Battle of Massard Prairie out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. But he's the great-great-grandson of Corporal Houston Nelson Ward, who was part of the Arkansas Infantry. And Houston Ward enlisted with his father, Bradbury. And the father was eventually sent home because of his age and like that. And, his, Ron's great-great-grandfather, was part of the 4th Arkansas Infantry, but also had several careers during his life, including a stint being the horse wrangler for Bell Star's horses, and also served as a lawman. So, Ron has a rich personal history that leads into his interest in the Civil War reenactments.
Yeah. So.
And this looks like a pretty darn good recipe. I'll probably be trying it out.
But that's a little bit of history we didn't know about Ron.
Yeah, we knew he enjoyed the reenactments and like that, but we didn't know he was actually one of the descendants.
So that was a little bit of news for us, and I'm sure it'd probably be a bit of news for y'all too. Old Ron, he's pretty quiet, or he don't make videos. He just gets on, and I wouldn't say quiet. He talked the horns off a billy goat.
Well, mostly I see his posts about the Civil War reenactments and like that on Facebook. He'll post where, here we did this, or my group did this, even though I couldn't participate this time. And, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so we had a good time over together. His wife was with him.
Yeah, I don't get to see Pam real often.
And Pam's a really nice lady. She's quiet, which I can't say I blame her for being quiet, because Ron don't let her get in a word edgewise. But they're both good people. Next time you see old Ron online or something, just tell him, say, hey, seen that little old video that Beowulf and Miss Kathy did about your cookbook? Tell him congratulations. That little bit of history we didn't even know about that Ron participated in.
Yeah. We were quite surprised when he said, and I brought you a gift.
Yeah.
And gave us this. And also he gave you a flag from the Cherokee Braves.
Yeah, he gave me the flag of the Cherokee Braves.
Which that was a group of native fighters that fought in the Civil War on the Confederate side.
Yeah. So I'll be flying that on my flagpole and everything, and honoring that flag. So I really wanted to thank Ron for the book, for the flag, and we really had a really nice time. So, but sorry about the not being able to show the pipes and show the show and all that, but like I said, YouTube would have probably knocked it off the air.
Anyway, because of the music.
Because of the music. And there was no way we could avoid the music. Matter of fact.
I mean, it's not a real big show. It's not a real big area where they have to put it on. Although they had a whole, I think they had more different vendors than usual.
Yeah. But it's a good thing that it wasn't a gun show, because I don't think the singer would have made it out alive. Because I don't think there was a person one in there that didn't complain about him being too loud. But anyway, it was a whole new experience for both of us. So I'm sure all the other pipe shows that goes on are not like that one. But ours is just a little small country town pipe show where just a bunch of good country folks get together and sit around and enjoy the hobby that we like, And it was a really good atmosphere. Met a lot of wonderful people over there. A lot of course, they're Arkansas folks. What can I say about an Arkansas guy?
Well, a lot of the people there were, fairly that and fairly local vendors.
Yeah.
There's some of the vendors there and pipe makers that were from Arkansas, Missouri. Even an Oklahoma boy was there.
Yeah.
And had some nice looking pipes.
So overall, it was a good show. Real good show. Next weekend, though, we're going to be real busy again because we got the Cherokee holidays coming up out here at Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and
usually we avoid that because of all the crowds.
Yeah.
Because we've been there in our younger days and we know what they do.
I mean, there's people from all over the world that comes into this thing. There's people from Scotland, England, Germany. They just come in from all kinds of directions, and you can't get a motel room within 100 miles of this place. But
if you didn't reserve the year before.
Yeah, if you didn't reserve the year before. So we usually tried to avoid town because when you get all these foreigners in here driving around in vehicles, they don't remember which side of the road they're supposed to be driving on. So it's more like a dodge and like playing dodgeball. You just got to dodge them. But we're going to have to go because my niece has never been to a powwow, and she's wanting to go see what it's all about.
And so they're coming down for a visit later this week and going to stay through the weekend to try to hit up the powwow and
all
the various craft shows and stuff like that that'll be going on.
Because we're going to have a number of things going on through the holiday. There'll be stickball games. There'll be blowgun competitions. There's going to be what we call a cornstalk shoot. What that is they stack a bunch of corn stalks up in bundles within about
It's an archery contest.
Yeah, archery, and it's done with handmade bows and arrows. All of it's got to be handmade. No store-bought bows are allowed. And plus we'll have what we call the Cherokee Marbles. And our stickball game is the original game. It's called the Little Brother of War game.
Mm-hmm.
The lacrosse.
Yeah, you could, it's like the forerunner of lacrosse.
Yeah. I think, matter of fact, lacrosse was invented out of the stickball game.
Yeah.
But a lot going on for next weekend. So if you live close by and you've got nothing to do, come on down because it don't cost anything. The powwow's free. All the contests and stuff that you get into to see is free. The only thing you have to pay for is your food and your drinks. You know, that's the only thing it's going to cost you.
Or any craft working like that you might
Yeah,
pick up, because that's very tempting.
yeah. It's hard to pass up some of those nice beadwork that some of these women make and handmade baskets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and jump off of here. We thought we'd go ahead and at least make a video. We thought about doing a live, but we're both just kind of wore out from the weekend, so we're just gonna kind of lean back and do a little resting.
Do a little recuperation before we start over.
Yeah, because we're gonna be definitely wore out again next weekend. So hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And be good and kind to one another. And if you see somebody walking around without a smile on their face, hey, let them have a little bit of yours. And it'll make both your days go by real good.
Mm-hmm.
I know it does ours.
Oh, yes.
So God bless each and every one of you. Keep yourself safe and warm and your family warm and safe. And in good health. So take care and wado.
God bless everybody.